Hi there, thank you for clicking on the thumbnail and being interested in my work. In this video I'll be sharing with you techniques and tips on how I draw the skin tones in graphite. Be sure to watch it till the end because I've included some real-time footage so you could take a closer look. So let's dive in and take a look. Right, what I'm working with here is the 9 value system, which is the 4 lights, 4 darks and 1 mid-tone. So basically I'm just comparing the reference image and working out which value is on which part of the skin tone and then replicating it on the drawing. With this portrait I started off doing the outline, that's a video in my channel, and also one on the hair. So I've started with the hair and the outline drawn, and now I'm filling in the skin tones. So this is what this video is about, how I achieve skin tones using graphite. What I tend to do is to work lighter first, so if I need to erase anything then it's easily done. Now the pupil is normally the darkest part of the drawing, so I always use the 8B for the darkest dark in the pupil. Now you have to be careful not to put the same density around the eyeliner. Sometimes it's not quite as dark, so you have to be careful not to go too dark in areas because that can actually throw the whole values of the rest of the portrait. So a little tip is to actually squint with the eyes, and that will help you to see the values more clearly in the reference image. It's quite easier now to judge the actual values because the hair has been done previously. So you've got to have some area that's actually completely done. So what I'm doing here is working on the eye now and getting that correct as much as I can, and then from there I will judge everything from the eye to the other places, so then I'll move slowly around on this portrait. I never really have a set procedure because every portrait is different. That's why you've really got to just let go and let it just happen. Sometimes you'll be working on a mouth first and then work through. Sometimes you work on the whole portrait in light, then go darker. So you have to just really go with how it feels. Each one is different, each one is unique. Because I'm using smooth paper to get the texture, I'm using the Mono Zero eraser and doing little squiggles around just to get the texture of skin, because skin really isn't smooth. There's all sorts of different subtleties, so this is a really good tool to actually achieve that. Now I've left a list of materials in the description below, so please check that out. But yeah, just using that eraser does make a difference. Just very lightly though, just to take a little bit of graphite away. If you're finding value in this video, why not subscribe? It's absolutely free and you're sure not to miss any of my future videos. Right, slowing things down now with a bit of real-time footage so you can take a closer look. Basically what I'm doing really, I'm just going over with a harder pencil, just rubbing away, making the texture, and then going over then with the pencil here and there to get that right subtlety of variations in shadows and texture of the skin. Just got to be patient, taking your time, layer after layer, just building it up. That's the way to go really. It's not to go in too heavy to start with, just slowly building up that tone to the correct value. And also, while you're drawing your picture, open up and see the whole of the image that you're drawing. So you might be drawing the eye, but you're sensing the whole of the image. That way you get personality and energy in the smallest little bit of detail. Here is a closer look at how I build up the layers. So just got in light to start with, building up very slowly and to the correct value. The reason this is because then you can easily erase it then. So you don't want to go in too heavy to start with. So while I'm drawing this eye, I'm actually really focused on the other eye as well. So I'm drawing both, even though I've just drawn the other one, I'm still aware of it, because it has to sort of, the feeling has to gel, it has to be a connection with both, well, with everything, even the slightest bit of skin, hair, everything. You have to feel as though it's a whole. You're working on the whole, not just on one part. It's just a matter of, you know, being aware of everything at once. Another tip is always to keeping your pencils sharp as well. Just keep an eye on them, just make sure they don't go too sort of blunt, just keep them sharp. It does make a difference. Always keep measuring as well, just making sure that nothing needs to be moved around, because this was done freehand, this outline, so you still have to keep measuring and making sure everything's correct as you go along. If you've not seen the video yet of how to draw the outline freehand of this particular portrait, please check it out. I'll leave a link at the end of the video so it'll send you straight there. Just got to be patient really, just keep building it up layer after layer. It will eventually start to shape up, so just be patient, it will change. Here's a closer look of how I do things lighter and then build it up layer after layer. So you start off with like a HB or H and then build those darker layers on top. Just makes it so much easier, especially when you're doing teeth. You don't want to be doing really strong marks straight away, strong shadows, because if you need to erase them, it makes your teeth look really mucky then, and it just looks terrible. So I suggest doing lighter, building it up. See, the human eye sees that many different subtleties of shadows and shades, but we are simplifying it here to 9 values. So you have to make a decision, really, of merging one in towards a light or towards a darker value. So that's where you have to make a judgment, of where you want it to go, lighter or darker. So it's just a case of experience, really. Just to repeat again, just using your pencil very lightly, doing squiggles and movements, just feel the flow of the actual reference image, the flow of the skin tones, the flow of the actual different subtleties. It's all about getting a pattern, but you let your hand just let the hand move where it wants to go, and to create that pattern. So you're not thinking about the pattern, you're just letting it flow by just observation. Now at this point of the portrait, you're working on the whole of the image again, but more so because what you're doing now is just getting the feel of the whole image, just working from one area to the other. Also at this point it's a good idea to look through a mirror as well, and just to get a view with fresh eyes, because if you see it as an opposite image through the mirror, it brings out imperfections that you probably didn't see was there. Here's the finished portrait at the correct angle. Thank you for watching the video right through to the end. If you found value in it and you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it, would help the channel. Leave a comment and a message in the comments below. Let me know what sort of videos you want me to produce. I've actually left a couple of links here for you to click on. And to subscribe, click on the circle here. It's absolutely free, and then you're sure not to miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much, take care and be well.